Hi, it's Alina and this is my first video about my paintings. I will show you 4 of my paintings that were created after Russian invasion in Ukraine. Politics is a very controversial topic in art, but I took it really personal because a part of my family, my grandma and her huge family live in Ukraine, in Kharkiv, and my best friends mostly Ukrainians. I recorded unprepared speech in my studio where I explained what I meant in this work, how I see it myself, what is the meaning, and I'm also very interested in your feedback. If you felt something about the paintings and about my work, I would really appreciate your comments. I just want to say sorry that my speech is a little bit thin and patched. It's all because I didn't write any scenario. It was very spontaneous and emotional at the same time. Yeah, just let you know. Let's get started. Let's move to my studio. In this video, I'm sharing my emotions and feelings about my own work. These paintings were exhibited in one of the London's galleries. And these paintings were created as response of my heart when the war began. It were one of the most depressive and difficult times in my life, and you can see the topic and the colors and the line is pretty much saying about this. This is the piece that made me cry many times. When you're trying transform your feelings and your emotions into something physical like the painting, you actually do a lot of emotional work. When I'm thinking about the war, I'm trying to find the topic that I can represent, that I can illustrate. For me, I don't feel it right to draw something about killed people, killed children in Ukraine. What I wanted to say is that being scared and crushed by the news that your country started a war, it's nothing with what Ukrainian people experience every day, almost a year, and take their pain, and I cannot even find the right visual language to show this pain, so I cannot do this. This piece is based on a real story broadly shared over Russian social media, the story of a family who lost their son fighting in Ukraine and was rewarded by the Russian government with enough money to buy a car. The sorrow for the war and death brought upon people and the despair of our society, who prices a human life merely as high as a vehicle. I call this piece The Price, and I'm really interested in your feedback about this work, and have you noticed any details that seem strange to you or unclear, or maybe you like something about this painting, so let me know in the comments. I really appreciate it. This painting can remind us how quickly everything can change, and you can lose the most precious people in your life, and you can be told that money or some financial aid or some things like a car can replace it. Next triptych is about propaganda. This is how I see the people who are working for propaganda, for the news. What they're doing is disgusting, and with these colors, I wanted to have this impression of that you cannot actually look too long at this picture, because it creates so many different feelings, especially not very pleasant ones. I feel that it's really important to start with the mouthpiece of propaganda, because this is how it all started. Without this furtive hypnosis, we wouldn't even where we are now, and I really hope that they will pay for that as the other criminals. I call this painting The Beginning. In the beginning, it's really hard to notice that someone is not telling the truth. They think that outer world is full of enemies and nobody never will support them, so they can only stay at the place they are. Best thing they can do, and it's a right thing to do, that's people who are leaving, they're traitors.
It can be really hard to notice that someone is playing with the facts, taking them out of the context and trying to persuade you in something that's not true, because you are surviving, because you don't have any time finding the real facts. And sometimes it can be the choice to let the propaganda to fool you, so you have less responsibility on dealing with the facts, dealing with the information, looking for it. And there is the end.
When you're fully absorbed by this idea that there are enemies everywhere in all the countries, in Europe, in America, people are not friendly, people hate us, and maybe some of these moments then when people are watching TV and when they can see how powerful, how great our country is, how bad is everything outside of our country, maybe sometimes it's becoming the best part of the day, because what you see in real life, it's very different from what you see on the TV. So you got somehow addicted to these sessions of propaganda, and you consuming it, and you feeling better, because when you're coming back to real life where everything is great, where a lot of poverty, where a lot of crimes, and you don't feel safe, the other people, the government, they know what they're doing, so you have nothing to worry about.
So I've just shared the idea behind these 4 paintings, and I'm really interested in your feedback, in your opinion about it. How do you feel? Did it really reflect on the story, on the context? I'm testing the formats now. If you liked it, please give me the thumb up and subscribe on my channel to see more videos.